What's going on, everybody? I hope you're all doing well. We're back inside of Raid Shadow Legends today for our weekly Wednesday stream, and today is a special one. I feel like it's always special. Why? Because, well, we're here together. But we're here today with one goal, one task in mind, and that task is to prepare for the fusion. We need to prepare now so that we can be in the best possible stance, the best place, the best position to crush the incoming fusion. You guys know that my last fusion, we did Armand's, right? Our boy, we crushed that fusion as well, which was quite nice. And I was really happy that we were able to do that, closing out the music now. But we have a new one incoming. Apparently a champion that we're not going to want to miss. So, you know, I don't want to miss that. First things first, I want to give a shout out to all the members of the channel. We've got a growing membership community here of people that are just going the extra step to support me on a next level. That would be to become a member. I appreciate you guys. Not at all mandatory, but appreciate it when you do. Also, guys, I want to remind you, whoa, that's the wrong one. This is the right one. If you want to download Raid Shadow Legends, if you're maybe brand new to the Raid scene and you're saying, this game actually looks pretty freaking cool, well, then there's a QR code and there's always a link in the description that you can use to download Raid Shadow Legends. It directly supports me on my channel, so another way to support this journey that I'm on, but it also will get you Rector Drath, which is a free epic champion, a reviver, and a healer, one that's going to be really incredible for you. She's quite nice. Pretty as well, as I often say. I need to open a window because it is getting warm in here. It's supposed to get to like 75 degrees today. And I refuse to turn on the air conditioning yet. But you know what we should do here? Fan it up. That little fan will get a nice airflow on my rump and keep me cool throughout the day. So first things first, before we bring in our special guest for the day, because yes, we do have a special guest, I want to just kind of look at the account. First things first, kind of preparing you, we have a bunch of shards that we can work around with here, right? Got a bunch of shards over here that we can use that we may be using for the event. Not as much as I'd like. 30 ancients, 6 voids, 6 primals, 1 sacred, and 11, almost 1,200 mysteries, which is quite nice. So yeah, I'm all about that. But we also have been saving up a whole bunch of energy as well, so that when we need it, we have it. Check it out. 100, a refill, 50, a bunch of refills, 2,100. This is all being saved for the fusion. In addition to that, take a look up top really quickly. 4,174 gems we're sitting on. That's also going to be really nice for us because, well, you need gems for the fusion, boys. You need the gems for the fusion if you need the energy when you run out of energy. So that's going to be the plan. Or, I mean, I may need to even go buy some shards at some point. We'll have to see. We'll see how it plays out. In the events, we're done. Soulstone, we did our placement. We really didn't do great. I'm actually sitting on 200 energy right there. We'll grab that for now. We'll use it throughout this stream. And another refill. We'll save that for a little bit later when we just throw something on auto for a bit. Checking in on the clan for the day. Yo! Leveling up. Let's go. Level 9 clan. Remember we started really, really little? By the way, there are a lot. Oh my God, there are a lot of applications here. Actually, there's not that many. Help me choose, guys. We could bring in 1 new member. Who should we bring in? 2 million power, 2.6 million power. It's really all about there right here, right? Should I bring in level 68, 77, 73? Who should we bring in here? Mutant Destroyer. Dude, you're quoting me on that, dude? After I said that, I was like, man, I should never say that again. The funny things that happen when you record stuff live, you know? It's crazy. Star Chaser in the house, Mutant Destroyer, Burnt NPC. I appreciate Nova's here as well. Sauce in the house, throwing his emotes out there. Let's go. Did you know that flex emote is actually this arm? It's actually my tattoo that was drawn by a fan, which was cool. Yo, what up, Doctor Who's Games? Nice to see you all here. So you all know, Burnt NPC will be joining me for the first time ever on voice to guide me in preparation for this event. Choose someone with high player power that can complete the UNM daily. Well, that would probably be one of these two, right? So we'll go with the guy in the higher. We'll go with him right there. We'll accept him. Boom. Welcome to the clan. I should actually send him a welcome message. Shantai. Welcome to the clan. And I'll say hi to YouTube. Streaming now. Oops, I didn't even write that. Try that again. Hi to YouTube. Streaming now. And we'll send that without the typo. There we go. All right, see? There it is. Yeah, we're nice. We're nice inside of our clan right here. All right, guys, let's get back into it, see what we got going for the day. I did 2 of my clan boss fights, but my goodness, I made a mistake. I actually did the first one on Ultra Nightmare. I don't know why I did. I wake up in the morning and it's literally the first thing I do. I log onto Raid and I do my battles. So I did 1 on Ultra Nightmare, only got 8 million damage. That's gonna get me literally. I'm not even gonna get anywhere there. I guess I could try a second one on Ultra Nightmare to try and get the first drop. And I have one on Nightmare that I've done, but it even wasn't a great run. It only got me 17 mil, so I possibly need to do 3 to get to the final chest there. We'll see how the day plays out and what I decide to do there. As far as food goes, we're actually looking at a bunch of good champions. I moved a bunch over to my vault. These are all max level foods that we have right now. And there's a lot more that we could work on. I haven't been pulling a lot of shards, so I really don't have a lot of champions. In this stream, though, today, one thing I would love to do is take any of these champions that could be actual food, any of these rares. I'm not 100% sure of who I should be keeping and who I shouldn't. I know that, like, this is food, this is food. You know, we could actually move these guys over, right? Let's move these guys over here. Boom, boom, and boom. We'll put them in the master vault. Yeah, we're going to clean some stuff up today. So you know what we should do is we should get Burnt NPC on the call. The first time we're doing this, what I'm going to do is we're going to go here. We're going to put on the headphones. Oh, yeah, we're doing this official, baby. We're doing this official. I'm going to give him a call. This may be his first time on YouTube. I don't know. But if anyone wants to get the guidance of Burnt NPC as well, he is in my Discord. He's a mod in my Discord server, and in there, he's giving people from the community advice all the time. So that's always a nice thing. Let me give him a call right now, see if he could jump on, and if he chats too much, I'll mute him. Don't worry. Burnt NPC, are you there? Do you copy?
I am. I guess the stream is on a delay.
Oh, yeah. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to mute the stream and just listen to me over here. And what I'm going to do with you is I'm going to share my screen. So I'm going to do this. And I'm just trying to make this so... Oh, actually, we don't need that. Maybe I should start the virtual camera there. I'm just trying to figure out how to do this best.
Yeah, take your time.
There you go. Trying to not strain the system too much.
Yeah.
Oh, so my plan for today was, well, first of all, thank you for coming on. For everyone that doesn't know, Burnt NPC has been guiding me in Raid Shadow Legends now for a few months, kind of giving me the steps that I need. I've been learning a lot from him, but I still do require hand-holding at times. So he's been here to kind of walk me through stuff. How you doing today, man?
Good, good. I'm a little bit envious of your coffee. My pot finished, but I like the cold coffee. I'm waiting a minute. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm excited about the fusion. You had told me, as well as a few others from the community, that this is another one of those fusions that you should really do. Sometimes there's ones we could pass on. Other times there's ones that you really want to try and get done. So when you reached out to me and said that that you have the easy way to complete this fusion, that you're ready to help set me up for that, I was stoked. Partially because for some of this fusion, I'm not going to be in town. So I'm going to have to be doing all that stuff while away. So any help I could get, that would be freaking awesome. So where do you want to start with this guidance? And I would actually recommend that anyone that's watching, that's also trying to prepare for this fusion, which is essentially starting in a week's time, that you all take some of this advice as well. And while you're in the chat, give me some of your suggestions too. It's definitely a community event. If you don't agree with Burnt NPC, let us know. It's not right all the time. Most of the time, though.
I wouldn't even agree with that, but absolutely, I've actually got a Google Doc open on my computer that I filled out in February for you.
Oh,
It's
wow.
pinned in the Discord server. Anyone looking to do this fusion, you have access to it. I'm going to be reading my tips off this.
Love it.
And I keep editing it, as someone like Mutant Destroyer or Alex, Star Chaser, Nova, anyone's giving me tips. I put it back in that document. It's the free-to-friendly way, free-to-play, oh my God, I can't speak English. Free-to-play friendly way to
Yes.
complete a fusion. So when you say where to start, on this document, the hardest thing about completing a fusion, anyone will agree, is always the summoning events. So if you want to go to your summoning portal real quick.
Yep.
So a fusion event will have 2 summoning events, typically. Sometimes they'll give you 1, sometimes they'll give you 2 of the same thing. But it'll be a summon rush and a champion chase. The difference being for summon rush is you get points equal to the tier of shard you pull. In champion chase, you get points equal to the tier of champion you pull. So you could pull an ancient shard and get more points than a sacred shard for that chase. You could also not pull any shards at all. This is actually great what you're showing them. These champions from the rewards of the tournament can be used to fuse champions in that portal for free, which is actually where I want to start today. If you
Okay.
click on that fusion section. So from the very beginning, I've been telling you, maybe you should think about keeping some of these materials here. And it's time that I would like you to start preparing some of these in advance for that fusion. And the champion training tournament starting tomorrow would be a great time to invest in some of these.
Okay.
So if you go down to Broadmont, and we see some red dots there. Not enough to fuse Broadmont.
No.
Not anything that we don't have all 4. But I'm sure that you could pull quite a number of those uncommons.
I
So
probably could.
what you would do is get each of those to rank 3, level 30, and fully ascend them.
Mm-hmm.
And to combine 4 of them, you're getting 1 Void Rare Champion. And again, someone correct me if I'm wrong, a single Void Rare Champion pull is worth 50 points, which is free points for leveling up some uncommons during a champion chase. That's 1 less shard you got to pull.
Okay.
Now, if you go up to Razin, this is a champion you can only fuse once, and obviously requires a number of rares. A number of these you can farm from the campaign. Even
Yeah.
if you choose not to fuse Razin immediately, so long as you don't fuse him, because when you fuse him, the legendary, this entire window goes away. You can only fuse him once. But you can fuse all those epics an infinite amount of times. Every single one of those epics, and I hesitate to say this information. I don't like to say information that's not true. I think each of those epics is worth 150 points during a champion chase. So that's 300, 600 points for using all those epics.
So I have a question for you. You're saying how many points these are? 50 points for the rares, 150 for the epics. How much progress does that actually give in the champion chase?
So I don't remember how much you need for a champion chase, but I think it's a little over 3,200 points.
Okay.
On average, which is actually about what you need for the summon rush. So the summon rush, I'm answering your question in an indirect way. I apologize. So the summon rush, where you get points based on shards, people will say you need 6+ sacred shards. That's because pulling 1 sacred shard is 500 points. 6 sacred shards, 3,000 points. So going off of the information of a summon rush, which is 3,250 points on average required to complete it, that's 6 sacred shards and 250 extra points. So to answer your question, all these points, I'm shooting for like 3,250. But champion chase can be the easier of the 2 if you're constantly leveling up and ranking up and saving these rares for just free points now and again.
So just kind of ranking them, getting the points for the rank up, saving them for the fusion so that I can then get the points at another time as well.
Yes, and Star Chaser in the comments has said that it is indeed 250 for the epics. I was correct. Yep. But also, he pointed out something that I said but didn't say as truthfully as he did. Void, the purple affinity champions, are worth more points. Like, a typical blue, green, red rare is worth 10 points. A Void one, 50 points.
Got it. Okay, cool. So we can get extras from the void. So we're preparing for all this. So that essentially is going to make me rethink when I'm trying, and like I started out this stream and I said I have a lot of rares that I want to figure out who I should keep and who I shouldn't. One of the things that I should be looking at is not only if they're a champion that I'll use, because let's be honest, at this phase of my account, I'm not using many rares for anything important. I have my Kale, I have my War Maiden, and I have my Apothecary. That's really going to be it for the rares. For like regular stuff, maybe some niche things for faction wars, but I do need to check out if it's going to be worth me saving them for the fusions that are going to be coming as well. So that's also important.
Yes, and actually, you're welcome to show the stream, but you remember that little icon, that little swirly icon in the middle of the rares that I told you earlier on that was like, this means this champion's used in a fusion?
Yep, 100%. That's, let me find an example of one right there. I know that I have some. Oh, here's one right here.
There's a few of them. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. Yep. So if you see that icon, throw them to the side and see if you can get 4 together. You know, the 4 required for one specific fusion. And also remember, some of those are farmable in campaign.
Yeah. Like, for example, one that I get all the time because of where I farm is Diabolist.
Yep.
Fusion champion.
Absolutely. So definitely invest in this over time, because the summoning events always take place on the weekends, starting Friday morning, ending Monday morning. They go on a semi-predictable schedule of one weekend summon rush, next weekend champion chase. So last weekend, this just past weekend, wait, oh my god, what day is today? Tuesday. No, Wednesday. So I'm pretty sure this past weekend was champion chase, which means this upcoming weekend, which will be summon rush. That means the first weekend of the fusion will be champion chase, meaning you have time to save your shards, and you have this week and next to invest in some of these food champions that you want to level up for the champion chase.
Okay, and now question is, the leveling that I'm doing there, I should only be using energy on, right? I shouldn't be using gems to level them. I should be waiting for a time to get that bonus from using energy, right?
Oh, for sure, but you actually have a lot of gems, which I have an idea of how you can spend some of them right now if you want to look at the portal. Okay. You may not even have to spend them. So you have, I thought you said 11,000 mystery shards. Well, that's 1,000. I was mistaken.
I may have said 11,000. If I did, I meant 1,100.
No worries. So in a summon rush, a mystery shard is worth 1 point. So you're sitting on 1,180 points right there.
Right.
The equivalent of 2 sacred shards. The issue is, where are you putting all those with 160 champion storage? You only got 160. You can actually pay to increase that, and it's not too expensive. You're sitting on 40 million silver there.
But don't I need to say, okay, I'm glad you bring that up, because that's another thing I've been saving is the silver. You don't believe that me saving that silver would be something that's important?
So do I think it's important? Yeah. Do I think you have more than enough and you're going to get more from all the dungeon events? Absolutely. Like, I don't think it would be any harm. I mean, you decide what is best for you, gems or silver here. I think the answer is very obviously silver, because 175 gems, that's a little bit more than 4 refills of energy, which you could do spider that much and get more than 4 million silver. Like, you know, you decide when the time comes. I mean, you've got space in your storage. You got 40 spaces. But it'll come a point during this when you're like, I'm struggling on points for these summoning events. I need to pull mystery shards, and I don't have enough space.
Yeah, and I also have reserve spots that I can get space in for even cheaper. So 15. Let's actually I'll get a few more in here. We just grabbed 10 more in there. We'll go for 2,000. So I'm going to go 2 upgrades, maybe even 3. It's just
actually, if you stop right there, stop it. Oh, maybe I'm not reading correctly. It looked like it was only 10 gems for an increase, in which case that would have been worth it. But I think I didn't see a 0. I apologize.
No, I don't think it was 10. I think it was 100. Yeah.
Yep.
I personally like to save things. I like to save premium. I mean, you guys know I'm a hoarder inside of the game. I like to save the premium currency as much as I can and spend things that I could farm. Because I could, like you said, I could take the gems to get the energy, to farm the silver, and while getting all that, I'll get a bunch of resources that I can then also, I'll get a bunch of gear that I can then also use and sell to get more silver. So, it's just a more efficient way, of course, if the time permits. All right, so I understand what we're going to be doing with the portal. I understand what we're going to be doing with our potential fusion. I'm going to try and work some of this out over the next time. What is the next step? By the way, this live stream, I have to end it probably around 10:45, 10:50 today, just because I have some work meetings I have to get to.
Fair. So let's get to the real important stuff.
Yes, sir.
So artifact enhancement events, that's why we need the silver. Dungeon divers, that's why we need the gems and energies. Champion events, I've got a list here of all the shards you've got. I'm going to do some math later. I'm not going to do it on stream right now.
Okay.
You don't have enough points. You know, we got to look for those sacreds. So the question is, where do we get them? Real quick, I want to look at your quests.
Oh,
and
God.
specifically your monthly quests.
Okay, monthly, we are
17 days away from another sacred and another void.
That's too far away, I believe, right? That's
Well,
gonna be too far.
Not too far away for the summon rush during the event. You won't have it during the champion chase, which is, you know, we're leveling the food for that. We'd like to do that without pulling any shards, ideally. But you'll have it in time for the summon rush, so that'll put you at 2 sacreds. If you go to the progress missions that people have been harping for you to do correctly.
Oh, Jesus, yeah, I'm embarrassed to come over here, man.
No. I mean, you're at such an early stage. These are so simple. As long as you write down, like, I know the Spirit Keep opens tonight.
This is the problem. I've been stuck here because I always miss this. I always come to it and it's not open every single time. And I'm not spending gems to open it.
No, of course not. And it does open at reset, which is 8 p.m. Eastern tonight. And then you can progress. And these are so simple. As long as you remember what days you need stuff, and you get a sacred shard right there. There's another one. Then you'll have 3 by the summon rush, you know? Look at stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure the challenges, which are the beginning tutorial still, they go away once you complete them. There's a reward for a shard in there somewhere. Maybe arena? Maybe arena missions?
I'm going to go through each one. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I just even haven't done here, man.
There we go. So the dungeon missions, those are so easy. Oh, you're so far beyond this.
Oh, God. Can I see? It's closed, right?
Is it the Force Keep that's open today? I think it is.
Oh, but I could do. Yeah. I don't have to do them in order either, right?
No. Just whenever you complete them.
So I literally have to do this stage.
Yep.
Oh, that stinks. So I can't do a stage beyond that and get the points. That's the issue I'm having.
You only have to do one. I mean,
let's see which one's open. I'm kind of in the mood to. So we have open right now.
Magic. You could do the magic one.
All right, cool. What was that? Stage 5?
Yes.
Let's do stage 5 real quick. I mean, it's literally going to be Jesus. It's
2-second run. Oh
yeah, I know. It's such easy stuff. I mean, honestly, dude, we've progressed so much on this account. And I don't. The funny thing is, I feel like I have a lot of good stuff in the account, and I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot of legendary champions, 0 mythical champions, but the progress, like the champions that we do have, we've really optimized to do well. You know, there we go. Challenge complete. We'll claim that bad boy. And this is gonna. Oh
Spirit
man.
Opens.
All right, so we gotta wait for the void though.
But yeah, I'm not kidding. This is free to play beginner tutorial rewards. This should have been done a long time ago. So
my God.
Really, if you just read it and be like, oh, this is easy. This is honestly the hardest part. At one point, it'll be like, get a 5-star attack percent gloves from campaign. And it's like looking for a diamond in the rough there a bunch of times. It's just a waste of energy and RNG. So I would honestly skip that when you get to that.
Oh, okay. So like upgrade is. So what was that one?
Yeah.
That was win 3 helmets from clearing stage 2 on normal.
Yep.
So that's gonna
Which is not tough. That's not tough. That's literally you go to the stage and the reward is
do it
helmets.
a few times, right? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you do it 3 runs.
But if you go back to champions, actually, you pointed out something important.
Okay.
Get a rank 6 a spirit, and that's the green champions to rank 6. So when that champion training event comes up during the fusion, you know who to prioritize, and there's a free legendary tomb for you.
Which I need because we're trying to get Tyrant up there.
Mm-hmm. Free
All
rewards.
about double dipping on your investments here inside of this game.
Yep.
Let's check
and
the
someone
arena.
in the comments actually pointed out they have been known to do 3 artifact enhancement events, which will cause a little bit of a struggle for silver, but you've still got so much. And you will get more.
And I have a lot of energy, and honestly, so the way that I am, when I set my mind to completing a fusion, I will complete that fusion. I will spend all of my gems if I have to, and honestly, if I even have to, I would throw some money into the game to make the fusion. Now, obviously, I'm a content creator. I put videos out on this, so it's all worth it in a different way than a typical player. But I will complete the fusion. It will happen. I just got to make sure that I'm on the calendar and don't miss events. Because for this fusion coming up, do you need to hit? I remember with Armand's, you like could only miss 2 things, and if you missed any more, you lost them. How does this one look? Is it the same?
That's a good question. So we won't know until they release the schedule on Thursday afternoon, the first day of the fusion. That's May 9th.
Okay.
So on that first day, all sorts of people will be strategizing and planning. You'll see a million YouTube videos from Ash and El Hades and Scratch about this is my road to doing it. Can I skip anything? And it's really, you know, a math question for you. In that calendar and in this Word document, there is a picture of the calendar, and I even discuss, you know, under what circumstances can you skip? You know, it used to be more forgiving that you could guaranteed skip one. Now it's like you could skip one if you win a tournament, which is really not something I'd like to rely on.
Okay.
So we won't know yet.
Yeah. Okay, so on Thursday the 9th, we'll have that schedule. And actually, that's when it starts, which is funny because that's part of the time while I'm going to be not here. So I won't be able to make one of those videos like Hell Hades and like Ash. But I will be able to prepare and start my stuff that day, which will be good from the hotel room. Another question here, maybe a little off topic. I mean, these aren't going to... My newest goal has been to try and start building out these faction war teams so I could progress a little bit further, particularly for legendary tomes, because I'm just throwing in garbage right now. I have added a little bit of champions that, you know, I started gearing them up a little bit, but you know, like none of these champions here are geared besides Geo. So
I would love to invest time to help you with. There's something more important we need to do, which is actually the last fusion prep lesson I want to give you. So for anyone that is unaware, for every dungeon, big asterisk except spider, the best dungeon to farm, the best stage to farm for any dungeon for an event is stage 20. And I want to be very clear about why that is. If you click Dragon and just go to look at stage 20 really quickly. So people have done the math.
Okay.
At stage 20, it costs you 16 energy. And during the dungeons, you get points based on the rarity and rank of gear that you get. People have calculated that on average, stage 20 will get you 16 points per run. Stage 20 dungeons cost 16 energy. So what you're looking at is a 1 point gained per 1 energy spent ratio. So stage 20 dungeons is the best energy efficient stage to be doing for any dungeon event, except Spider. Because for some reason, stage 10 Spider is bugged to give you better rewards than anything until 20. So what I would love to do is make sure that you are 100% completing every single stage 20 dungeon except Spider right now. Dragon, we already know you got that in the bag.
Yeah, Dragon's fine. Question, though, about Spider.
Yes.
I shouldn't be doing 16 Spider where I can get 4 to 6?
Nope.
I should still be doing 10.
For some reason, 10 is giving better rewards than stage 11 to 19.
Wow. Okay. Got it. Okay, so let's take a look at some of my other dungeons then. Ice Golem, for one. This is one I am just short of 20. I'm 1 away. Is this something... I mean, I have not tried this since we've done a lot of upgrades.
We haven't looked at this in a long time. And oh my, look at that team.
This was me just probably throwing in a team that was my strongest at the time. We do have an Ice Golem team, I believe, right here. Yeah. Actually, that is my Ice Golem team. And it is set. I bet you we could beat this right now. Should we just run a test on it?
I think we can, yeah. I just want to check the team setup, make sure we haven't done any turn-off abilities nonsense that we're unaware of.
Okay, let's take a look. We have Tyrant. Round 2, everything is normal. Oh, Rathalos, we did a little bit of changing. You added the Spirit Step Slash as the priority, the number 1 on stage round 3.
I still agree with that.
Ursula, we turned off her Waves of Grief for 1 and 2. Bad L, kept. Kale, no changes. Do you still believe in Kale in this lineup?
So I actually do, because he's as far as I know, your best magic affinity, that's blue affinity, damage dealer. And this
Mm-hmm.
stage of Ice Golem is green. So he'll be strong against it. Let's run it and find out.
Let's run. I
Pretty
will
content.
say that I do have Tyrant as well. He's not exactly the damage dealer, but he's also blue, so we'll do well against this. Let's run
And
this.
he's got that ally protection. He's got that burn. Like, I think it'll be good.
I think so too, because since the last time I ran this, which was a bit ago, I've added masteries to all these champions. We've re-geared all these champions, and I got the I got skills maxed on Rathalos, and we started skilling out Tyrant. So there's been a lot of changes here. And what I really like, and Bad L has gotten completely built, because when we started he was not. So now, well, I shouldn't say completely, because he doesn't have his skills done yet, but I absolutely love this is one of my favorite teams in the game. Kale could probably come out, but I do love having the healing of Bad L and the revive of Ursula. It's like the best combination for me. I love it.
Absolutely. And we really aren't talking enough about how great of a supportive champion that Tyrant is. You say he's not doing damage, and maybe he's just doing burn, but that ally protection is not a joke.
I agree.
Especially when he's a strong affinity against this Ice Golem. He'll be taking the damage from your allies for them. My only concern is Tyrant's taking a nap, but we have Ursula.
Yeah, Ursula's going to revive these guys on our next turn, most likely, and we will be okay. I'm not worried. And then they will be healed up. There we go. They'll get a heal when they go to the next stage as well. So it'll be actually, we should be, oh my God, he went down again. Look at that.
He is a weak affinity. You know, I do have concerns about him. Oh, you know what? Last time we talked about re-gearing the boy. Maybe it's time.
See, here's my question. Shouldn't we wait with all that silver to do all the re-gearing? And even for my Faction Wars teams, I was thinking I could put level 1 gear on them just so that they have the gear. And then when it's time for that event, then I could just level them all up to 12. And it's already set. All I got to do is a quick level to 12 and everyone will be done. By the way, we just got standing again. And let's see if we can pull through on this one. Oh, that was a big strike. And we don't have...
That's another good point. I mean, good thing Bad L has a cleanse, because that freeze, that healing reduction, the decreased defense that boss is putting out is going to be a little bit scary. But I still have faith that even if Rathalos wants to believe
can wake
that
up.
He's seen his shadow, I think Kale will still get this for us regardless. And even if all of your damage dealers are done, even if this run takes 5 years, I'm fully confident that Ursula and Tyrant even will still be standing, and you'll even kill it with burn over time if need be.
I'm not sure, man. I'm glad that... I love hearing your confidence. I really do. I am concerned, though, that Ursula is not... If she doesn't get the heal from Bad L, she got pretty low before. She's down to half health right now, but we should have a revive coming soon. Ooh, that was a big strike. Well, it's actually good that her revive didn't happen yet, because we're about to lose Rathalos. Uh-oh, we need one more from her.
Well, bear in mind, Ursula just had a decreased defense buff on herself, and she has it right here as well. She's really never been in danger of dying.
Really?
Like, I don't know. We rebuilt her last time, right? Like, we decided that she had way too little health for a clan boss specifically. And the thing about the Ice Golem boss is it ignores your defense based on how many minions it has up. It will ignore 100% of your defense.
We did it, bro. We did it.
3.5 minutes is long, but
it's
100% completion.
You know what's
I would not
nice,
complain
though?
about that.
When you got 50 multi-battles stacked up and you can just let it run all night, it doesn't matter how long it takes. The computer will run it on its own. So I'm happy with that. So that worked. And
Very happy.
And it wasn't like it just made it. It did it pretty well. So now stage 20 is what I will always farm. What I should actually do is team setup. What I like to do here is Ice Golem, change the name here to Ice Golem stage 20 so I know.
Time to graduate.
Yeah, exactly. I love it. Ice Golem 20.
And let me answer your questions actually, though.
Yeah.
You actually had a great point, which is even just putting the gear on your Faction Wars champions, not even invested in them yet. But I want to tie it to a different point, which is for the artifact enhancement events, you get points for getting stuff to level 4, level 8, and level 12. A lot of content creators, what they'll advise people to do is get stuff to level 11.
Right.
And then when the artifact enhancement happens, you just go +1, +1, +1 to every gear to get it to that level 12 point threshold.
Yep.
Whether you want to do that or not, up to you. I always tell you, just getting stuff to level 8 is chump change. It's pennies.
Yeah.
I'm
not worried. I'm not worried as much about the cost. I'm worried more about what points would I be leaving on the table. Like when I did it for Armands, there was nothing better than me completing that challenge, the artifact challenge, in 5 minutes. And then I was like, oh my God, it's a light day.
Yep.
So I would love to be set up in that position again.
Great point.
All right.
Well,
so what other ones do we need to look at?
Fire Knight. Fire Knight is the bane of every new player's existence. This boy is tough.
All right. Well, we built. Oh yeah, and my team.
We put the team together, but we didn't put any gear on them or build them or anything.
No,
honestly,
we didn't. So this is actually quite further off than we have for this stream to make a Fire Knight team that could actually.
Yeah.
I don't even think I beat it at level 16 with this team.
Well, first of all, this is not the team that you and I built long ago. This was in theory, if we leveled everybody up team. You have a different team in here for sure somewhere.
Oh, yeah, it's right here. Check this one out.
Right there. Yep. And actually, I think it's time for our girl, Haikatun to come out of here.
Haikatun comes out. We put Armands in, right?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Even better idea.
What do you got?
Let me teach you about Fire Knight. So once his shield comes down, then you can start doing damage. The issue is how do you get his shield down? So you remember, we put Ursula in this team for the Faultless Defense Mass blessing. Also, it's an issue of you need to hit that shield 10 times.
Right.
What I'm seeing here is Apothecary will hit it 3, Kale hit it 3, Geomancer 1, Rathalos 1.
Question.
We're looking at 8. So
Question.
Yes.
How do you know that?
So when you get to the Fire Knight stage, there'll be a little counter in the top left of his abilities. It'll look like an ability on that bar.
Yep.
Like, honestly, if you want to just run the team real quick, we could take a look at it.
No, let's build it. Let's not waste any drop of energy. Let's build it out the way you want first, and then we'll run it, and we could talk about it then.
So I tell you what, go to your champions and give me the wide view because your face is covering your big boys.
Oh, I could also, yeah, sure. I'll go to my champions. We'll go here.
Beautiful.
And do you want me to go to full screen? Like this?
No, because you have to just, yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. So on my math, we're looking at 8 hits. So we want 2 more, but we also would ideally put Ursula in that team.
Oh, yeah.
So let me just see. Yeah, we know Cold Heart's Queen Mutant Destroyer, but unfortunately, we're still looking for our queen.
While you look, I want to just interact with chat for a second because it's been a minute. So I want to say what's up. I see a couple of names in here. Doctor Who. We got Orok coming through. Johnny. A lot of people have come through. This is actually a great stream because I'm getting educated. A lot of you are being reminded of things that you may have known before. And if you're new and you're getting ready for the fusion yourself, you're learning things that you may have not been prepared for either. So I do have a Discord server. It's linked down below. There's a link tree. It'll take you to my Discord. And probably one of the best parts of that Discord is Burnt NPC being in there, giving this type of guidance. He literally will give you one-on-one guidance for whatever it is you're struggling with in the game. Plus, he has some documents and guides up there as well. So really cool to be able to have that, have him as a community supporter for everyone. So come on through a Discord if you want to. And if you get in there and come from here, go to the raid channel and say what's up. Drop me a tag so I know you came in from here. If not, that's cool too. All right. So what are you thinking here now that you've taken your peek?
I've noticed a couple of very interesting things. So number 1, Fire Knight Stage 20 is Force Affinity, meaning your magic champions not going to be too effective. So we're looking for some green ones and spirit ones. And I noticed something. If you look in the bottom row, 3rd in from the left, you've got a little dwarf there. Yeah, take a look at her real quick. And look at her skills. So one of the best strategies for breaking down that Fire Knight shield very quickly is her A3 ability.
Team up with 2 random allies, attack a single enemy. The allies joining the attack always use their default skills. Grants an extra turn. Okay, so what's so good about this? I'm not seeing it right off the bat.
So she's not just hitting with her own A1, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a single hit ability. Could you double check that real quick? It's a 2-hit ability.
2 hits. Yep.
So when she goes, the Fire Knight shield is going from 10 hits to 8 hits required, but she's also hitting with 2 random allies. if you could get 2 allies whose A1 abilities equal to 8, and as someone pointed out in the comments, Cold Heart would be a queen for this. On her 1 turn, she could entirely take down the shield with some good luck and good champions.
Okay. Well,
because when she attacks, she's joining with 2 teammates. And if those teammates, their A1s, add up to 10 with her 2, shields down. Then you just nuke the boss.
Okay. So the problem that we have for her is she's not leveled at all and she's not geared at all. I mean, she's a level 40.
Absolutely. Absolutely agree. But I think she's an absolute essential champion to this team for you. I use a champion that's incredibly similar called Farrakhan the Fat Man. That's literally his name.
Yeah.
He has a stronger version of her ability where instead of 2 random allies, he sends every single ally in. We don't have him yet, but oh boy, when you get him, he is a game changer for anybody. So Force Affinity Fire Knight, and she's Spirit, another good reason.
Should
also
I?
A great damage to her.
At 4 stars, she won't be able to do anything over there, correct?
Correct.
All right. So she's. What we should probably do is put her into my team build, and she could be someone that I work on.
Absolutely. You know, there's a champion training event coming tomorrow where
Exactly.
you can do some of the fusion, the free fusion materials that I was telling you about, as well as her. But also, she's going to need some books. I don't know how many books you have or who's on the roster of epic champions to book, but I think she should be on that list. She should be on that short list.
On my list of epics, we have 1, 2, and 3 to book.
Yes. Yes.
Would she be more important than these 3?
Short term, yes. Because those champions you're booking, like Ugo's great in any content. She's already booked. She's already done.
Oh, wait. Yeah, she is booked. I already have her booked out. Okay.
Yep, and she's a librarian. I know that was a big feat to book all that.
Yeah, well, I had a lot sitting around, so I was lucky there.
Record Draft is a great champion, but she is a late game Hydra champion, which you're not going to be getting any lessons on how to do that anytime soon.
Okay.
So absolutely, I think she is a short-term investment that should be prioritized.
Let me find her again, and let's actually, where is she hiding? And I can see, I'll just take a look at how many books I have, just so I can get an idea.
She's level 40 right there, 1 row up.
There she is. Let's go take it.
There she is.
We only got 2. And what does she require? She requires 4, 7, 9. So it won't take that long to get epics.
You could get lucky. You would only need 2 in that A3.
Dude, I have not been getting lucky with my booking lately, just so you know.
Of course. You know, you used all that luck on Geomancer early on. But yes, she's an absolute for this team.
Okay, cool. So let's actually, because I only have, I mean, should we?
I tell you what, let's put the team together really quick.
That's what I'm thinking.
And I'll show you who to invest in. Obviously this is not going to be a successful run, but this is who you're building on the short term. And I'm actually going to build a champion that you said you didn't have any healers for barbarians. I think this champion belongs here. So go to team setup.
Okay.
Make a new Fire Knight team.
Or should we just clean up this one right here?
Just get rid of everybody and just get rid of everybody.
Okay.
So number 1, we're putting in Ursula. She's not going to actually be the leader, but I just want her to be sitting there.
There she is. Okay.
Yep. And now I want you to scroll down to those epics that are unbuilt, unleveled, uneverything. Actually, right where your mouse is hovering, diagonally bottom left. This is Woad Payment. She is one of the best healers in the game. She requires 1 billion books. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
But another reason she's great for this is she actually puts up a reflect damage buff, which functions the same as Ursula's Faultless Defense. So she'll keep the team alive, and when the team's hit, it'll break the shield.
Love it.
So even if you get some bad luck on taking down that shield, healing yourself will take down the shield. Reviving yourself will take down the shield. It's going to be another slow run, but guaranteed run. But now the question is, who's doing this damage for us? Let's scroll up. We know it's Spirit Affinity. I think Kale is an obvious answer.
Okay.
Yep. And actually, so a lot of bosses, you can't reduce the turn meter, such as Dragon. This is one circumstance where Armand, he can and should reduce the turn meter of this boss. So if you go to that AI setup real quick and choose his abilities, what I would have you do is go to round 3, open his A1 just to get an extra hit on the shield while it's up. But then once that shield is down, prioritizes A2. That is a 100% reduced turn meter. Reduces all of the turn meter. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful.
That's perfect right there.
So over time, get these champions to level 50. Get them fully ascended and book that Morag and get them geared.
And what was this for? What was the guy's name again? Fire Knight?
Fire Knight 20. Also known as FK.
Fire Knight 20. This is the one to build. And then we have...
This is not going to do anything till they got gears in their build. But you've got time. You got 2 weeks to invest in that.
A lot to do, man. A lot to do. All right. You
want to gear those Faction Wars champions? You want to look at Rathalos? What do you want to do?
I think we're looking at Rathalos will be number 1. And unless if gearing the other champions is something that we could just 1, 2, 3 quick them. What do you think is a more bigger priority here?
I think Rathalos is an absolute priority. I know you're worried about saving silver, but when this man is the staple of every single one of your teams, he needs to be built.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, that crit damage of 130% is he's not fighting out of a paper bag here.
Yeah.
That attack of 5,000 is great, but his speed's only 172. Our poor boy is not winning any races.
Yeah. Okay.
So
let's do it.
Let's take a look. You've been doing a lot of Clan Boss. A great set for Rathalos, if we can fudge it, is the Cruel set. It's the same icon as his helm and shield.
All right, let's go.
This is an attack bonus as well as an ignore defense bonus, which is one of the most important stats in this game these days.
All right, let's take a look. Why do you
take a look at some of these?
Oh, it
sure.
Increases the attack. No, I was wondering why Cruel, and now I see it. It increases the attack by 18%, 15%, and we only need a 2-piece set. So that if we put a 4-piece set on, it'll increase attack by 30%, correct? That's how these work?
Yes, but you're missing actually the most important part of the set, which is that ignore defense.
Right.
Ignore defense is rapidly, and it already is, becoming one of the most important stats in the game to any damage dealer. For Arena, for Hydra, for Clan Boss, you know. This will really up your game if you can just pretend your opponent's defense does not exist.
Got it. All right, so let's build this out.
Let's start with some gloves and see if there's any crit damage gloves.
All right. So do you want me to go with priority, or do you want me to go with how do you want me to
primary?
Primary.
We'll set the priorities next, but let's just see. No, crit damage, not crit rate.
Damage. We only have 1 pair.
And could you move your face so I could actually see what's on you?
You don't want to look at my face, man?
Of course I do, but maybe not right now.
There you go.
This is an excellent piece.
Yeah, it sure is. It's got the speed. It's got crit rate on it. It's got attack on it.
The crit rate.
Awesome.
Sure, those are flat stats, but it's got that crit rate and speed. And I would like to see this go to 12. And bear in mind, you're only using 200K right now, probably.
Let's see. 142K.
Beautiful.
Cheap.
Beautiful.
And went into 2 into speed and 1 into crit.
Hell yeah. Try those on.
Yes, sir. That's
Next,
nice.
I want to look at boots, the most important thing that we're missing here.
Are we going to
I want to be very specific about these. Yes, but I actually want to be very specific. Go to the priority stats.
We don't have Cruel boots, but let's go to priority stats, yes?
Yep. I want you to do crit rate high.
You got it.
When you have crit damage gloves, you're essentially missing out on 60 crit rate in your build. And the text is a little bit unreadable. Is that reading you have 81% crit rate right now?
Crit rate, 84%.
Wow, we only need 16. That's nothing. This will be so easy.
Awesome.
Yeah, even Star Chaser's saying, oh my god, these gloves. So, and yes, you do need the primary speed. You unchecked it.
Because there was nothing in that set. So it doesn't mean it needs to be in that.
And you knew exactly where I was going next. Absolutely. Let's take a look at these. Ooh, crit damage boots. Look at those rare boots in the top row. That's the crit damage set. All the way to the right, next to the uncommon boots. Right there. This is a crit damage set. If we can get a set of this, that's an extra 20% crit damage. That would be incredible.
Okay.
We would be losing 11 crit rate, though. So let's try those on and see what we can make happen.
All right.
Maybe we don't even have the chess piece we're looking for in this set. So if you could bring set, or don't bring set fillers back, I lied.
Okay.
Click attack percent on the primary stats. And go chess piece only. let's see. Is there a crit damage piece in here? I see one. I also see cruel. No, there's no crit rate in it. Go to the left. There's a cruel chess piece. No crit rate. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
We have another cool piece here, but it's not...
Yeah, it's sorted in order of least crit rate to most crit rate, from top left to bottom right. So maybe in the Eon, since we built him, we found a better weapon and helm and shield in the cruel set with crit rate. So why don't we look at helm, weapon, and shield and see if we can reduce that threshold of... and actually, go back to the chess pieces really quickly. Just see if we can get the dream.
Okay, what's the dream?
Can you click that crit damage chess piece that we had? You can even get rid of the set filters and just go down to the crit damage set. Or return the set filters, I should have said.
You want me to go to the crit damage right here?
Yep.
Boom.
And just try on that chess piece for now. See if we can make it work in the long term.
So this works with the boots, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it does.
Got it.
Let me just see if anyone's got any advice I'm missing. He already ignores 100% of defense versus bosses. So, that's a very good point. Can you, and someone type this before I keep building this dream build, before I do something silly, can you ignore more than 100%? Johnny, hold on. Johnny has a great point.
I'm not sure. Does he?
I know there's a delay, so I'm going to type it. He raises an incredible point. But for now, let's keep building that, because regardless, the attack percent. Oh, true. Well, that's only his A2 that ignores the defense of the boss, so it's still good for his A1 and A3, for sure, for sure. Oh my god, he scared me. That was like the smartest thing I've ever read. I was like, oh my god, we don't even need this. So let's go down to the cruel set and look at the weapon, helm, and shield.
Oh, okay.
And thank you, Mutant Destroyer. That is a great follow-up point. Yes, it would be good on the A1 and A3 as well.
Let's go find the cruel set. Should be down
all the
here.
way at the bottom.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're going to look for some other priority stats as well. Could you put speed at medium?
Speed at medium, yes, sir.
And attack at medium.
Attack at medium. Okay, we have a shield right
What's
here.
That shield?
Accuracy,
No crit rate,
we don't need. Speed, HP, nope.
Yeah, look for something with that crit rate in it.
Crit rate right here.
Okay, beautiful. Did you get this to 12?
It's got a flat stat on it, though, HP. That's normal, though, right?
Remember what I keep telling you. Yes,
Flat
it is
stats.
normal. The weapon, helm, and shield will always have that one flat stat in the primary.
12 you want to go to here?
Yep, let's see how much crit rate we get on this boy.
Let's go, baby. All right, we got 1 and 2 on attack.
9% ain't fantastic, but for right now, we'll just put it on and see what happens when we look for shields. Yep, try that on.
Okay.
So yeah, we're at 70%. That's not fantastic. So let's look at other shields.
This is a 4-star.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, it's 4-star? Oh, ew.
Yeah.
Why don't we do something else and do substat crit rate? Just really limit the pool here. There we go. That's what we're looking at. So let's get that far right shield to 8. Because we can only roll up the crit rate. And actually, no, it would be a reduction regardless. It would be a reduction regardless. And actually, that helm might be a reduction. So why don't you click the helm and click ungear on it? It's on your person. And just, yeah, take off.
Okay.
And click it one more time and don't equip. So yeah, you see the red number next to crit rate? Your crit rate will be going down 4. This is not an improvement.
Yeah, it goes down 3.
Sorry, yes.
Still not an improvement.
Yes, yes. Can you look at the weapons? So HP and crit rate, and the other one is accuracy and crit rate. Can you get the one to the left to 8?
Need some crit rate drops, and it doesn't get them.
Ew, okay. I see how it's going to be here. So we're not going to be able to get 2 sets of cruel, which honestly, fine. We'll look somewhere else for this crit rate. And honestly,
we don't even have 1 set of cruel yet, by the way.
No, we have 1.5. And actually, I'm going to tell you to do something, because these gloves are, you're going to keep them and you're absolutely going to build them. Can you get the gloves to 16? It'll be about 1.5 million if you're lucky/unlucky.
Let's see.
Yeah, a little bit.
1.2.
That's a lot of speed. Nice. Nice.
Okay.
So, of the 2 cruel pieces you're currently equipping, I think your shield is probably the best bet. So let's try to replace the...
Oh, right. I'm already wearing a shield for
Yes.
cruel. That's what you're
Yes.
talking about there.
Yes.
Got it.
So what I want to do is look at only weapon and shield, and we're going to go outside of sets. Scroll all the way up and see what we have that can make this happen. So you have a literal crit rate set, but I also see that Rathalos weapon, which if you're unfamiliar, even using, or I'm sorry, it's called the Slayer set now. In the second row, second column, even one piece of that set will increase your crit rate by 5%. So why don't you upgrade that to 12?
Okay.
It's a good piece, it's just lacking speed. Okay, well, it's still 10% crit rate just because of the set bonus.
Right. Well, because
So
you
why
only
don't you
need
try
one
that
piece
on?
from it.
Exactly, exactly. So if you try that on,
Okay.
okay, we're still going down in crit rate. Ew. So, oh, your stream is now looking like my television in the 90s.
Well, that's
Oh,
probably
it fixed.
because your internet is from the 90s as well, brother.
That's also true. That's also true. I'm not gonna lie, that's true. Oh my god. Okay, all right. So, unfortunately, even if we got that piece, it would not be a fantastic deal. So we need to find the literal best crit rate that we have. So go to the top left item in this priority filter. Yeah, 17% crit rate, and it's giving me speed. So I would like to see this be equipped.
Okay.
And then finally, look for specifically a shield with the absolute best crit rate. Okay.
4%.
Yeah, 4%. I don't like that. But those are unleveled. So look for something that's got good substats
Well, here's
that we would be
one
willing to...
substat 6%.
Yes, but it's got accuracy, but it's got speed too. So why don't we really limit this? Can you click substat speed as well? Beautiful. So look at some of these and see if anything's worth leveling up. Not that one. Maybe the rank 6? No, just because there's accuracy. I don't want to see that. Here we go. Here's a beautiful piece.
Yeah.
Speed, crit rate, and crit damage. Upgraded to 12.
Come on.
Yeah, let's see it. Let's see it.
Okay, 2 speed,
Nice.
1 crit rate.
Is that enough? Is it enough? It's not even an improvement. Hilarious. So that means the shield we're wearing is actually probably good enough already. Let's just do the same thing, but instead of shields, look at helms.
Okay, so remove this one.
Yep.
We'll do the same thing. We're gonna
Try
look at
getting the weapon
helms.
to 16, Mutant Destroyer says. I absolutely agree. I want to do that as a last resort. Take a look at the helms. So speed and crit rate. I would like to see this go to 12 real quick. It is a legendary piece, so we got 4 chances to get that crit rate we want.
Oh, we got 2 into it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Is that enough? It's a small upgrade. Now I'm going to tell you to do, and please don't be mad at me, just because this is where I'm going. Get the helm and weapon to 16, because they're legendary pieces. You got another chance at getting it.
Got speed.
Speed's still good.
And
Weapon?
you want the weapon as well?
Yep, absolutely, absolutely.
Man, if we got crit rate here, that would be very
Still
lucky.
won't be enough, though, which is why I'm going to encourage one more saving grace play. If you click your gloves.
Yes.
Upgrade?
Gloves are already 16.
Oh, I'm aware that they're already 16. I'm going to show you something else.
Oh, okay.
Click ascend. You should really only be ascending gloves, chest, and boots.
Okay.
Click that ascend button. Only once. Yes. Don't use all those resources. Defense. Could you click the chaos dust in the top left? When you get a terrible roll, you can rework them. However,
Okay.
it increases from time to time. This is a pair of gloves that's absolutely worth it. A triple roll in speed is legendary.
Okay.
Go for it. Rework it once. See how lucky we get. One more time, and I'm not going to encourage you to do it again.
Okay.
Because you're not going to be farming Sand Devil anytime soon. No. The scale is increasing too much. Alex asked, what was the chest rates, the chest pieces crit rate? And the answer is 0, Alex. The answer is 0. I think it is worth us to change the chest. I agree with him. And I keep calling him Alex. Oh my god, his username is Star Chaser. I know that's actually We have to choose a different chess piece, unfortunately. It is very
Okay.
sad.
So we're going to go to chest. And do we want to keep these same parameters?
Well, first of all, click that cruel chess piece just so I can look at it. Yep. So we're going to change a couple parameters. So click primary.
Yep.
Attack percent.
Okay.
And go to substats and remove the speed.
Okay.
Why is it only showing us so few? Is this really the only options?
I mean, I also have priority stats as well, but...
Well, that's not going to remove things. All right, well, this is a... That gets us to 90. Could you get this to 12?
Didn't hit it.
I know we didn't, but could you actually get it to 16? Because we can change the boots because we're not rocking the crit damage set. Although I'd love to keep those boots.
Ugh.
Unfortunate, but this is the best chess piece you have, unfortunately. And someone asked, why not show him to Hell Hades Optimizer? It's because we don't like the Optimizer. It's confusing.
Dude, that Optimizer, I actually subscribe to the Optimizer. I pay for the Optimizer. And I rage quit it every freaking time. Although,
I know.
Hell Hades is fantastic, and his tools are incredible. They just don't work well for me because I'm not that smart. That's really what it comes down to.
Hey, when it comes time for you to build that clan boss team with Deadwood Jedi, he's going to teach you how to use that Optimizer. It's pretty necessary. Oh my god, I'm putting too many seats.
I'll stay subscribed. By the way, I have 5 more minutes, so we need to make our decision quickly.
Boots, the final piece. So we're looking for a very specific piece of boots. Yep, take them off. I'm going to coach you through this really quickly. So primary speed.
Speed.
Yep. And subset crit rate. Beautiful. Look at those crit rate boots. Take a look. Yep. We're at 100%. Yep. Put these on.
That gives me 101%. Speed is at 188. Crit damage 197. Is this the answer?
Just really quickly look at this. Actually look at what's changing. So you're getting another 1,000 health, whatever. You're losing a little bit of attack. Well, you can glyph that. You're gaining 11 more speed, which is significant. Your crit rate was at 113%. Ideally, you would be perfectly at 100. But the most important thing here, you gained 57 crit damage, which was the biggest thing holding your boy back.
Okay.
If you forgot, he gives himself an increased crit damage buff. Like, this is an incredible upgrade. Is it, like, game-changing? Absolutely. Is it the absolute best that you can do for this account right now? Yeah. Will there be a better build very shortly?
Yes.
Of course.
Is there anything I can do with jewelry that will change anything?
Sure. You could do a ring that isn't an uncommon. Just do priority attack. And look at rings only.
Priority attack.
And take a look at some of those rings. There you go. Get it to 8 or throw it on. Yeah.
That's better?
When we upgrade it, it probably will be. We'll find out.
8?
Yep. There you go. And it's a 33 upgrade. I mean, we're losing a bit of defense. It's not worth it to change it at this point.
How about this bad boy? No.
So that would give you another 5 crit rate, but also it's not a great damage increase. But actually, if you look at the necklaces, we're only rocking a 5-star crit damage necklace. Maybe you've gotten a 6-star one in this time. Primary crit damage. And actually, I can already tell. You only have 5-star necklaces because we haven't done any higher tiers of Spider. I think this is the build. This is it. You know, this is really the best we're doing for him right now. And actually, just by getting that crit damage up to 57, I really want to see, when you send me a screenshot later of this clan boss, how much better it does.
Well, we have clan boss, and we do not have a key. I'll do one as soon as a key presents itself, and I will send a screenshot.
Absolutely. So we've got the goals for Fire Knight. We got the goals for champions to build. We know what to save and what to invest in during champion training. You know, I feel like I've been talking for a year.
You have been talking a lot, but you know what? I've been learning a lot, and so has everybody else in the chat. So it's really been valuable. I appreciate you coming on, man, and sharing everything with all of us. And I'm sure you and I will hop on again in a little bit.
Absolutely.
All right, man.
I know we'll be successful, and I can't wait to see it.
Thanks, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
Peace out. Have a good one.
Bye-bye. All right, guys, that was kind of a treat right there. Having Burnt NPC on here with us, helping me, first of all, personally helping me put my build together. That's going to be huge. And being able to take this advice and put it into your own account is going to be extremely valuable. So I'm super happy about it. I'm sitting on 200 and something energy right now. I can't wait to run Rathalos and just to see what he'll do. I do need to get myself some more silver in preparation for the fusion that's coming up. And of course, you know, we got to make sure that we get all of our rewards. My goal in the next week's time is to probably get myself back up to around 40 million silver. That'll be the goal. And to get a bunch of champions just leveled and ready to go. I have to save as many of these mystery shards and any other shards as I can. And I have to progress through missions, challenges to get any, if I can get my hands on a sacred shard, that would be freaking epic, but we'll have to see how that comes. I'm in good shape. We're going to have decent silver. We have great amount of energy, and we are sitting on a nice pile of gems that can get us where we need to go. But man, what a great stream. Educational one, a little different route than we typically go here. This live stream will remain on the channel once it's over as a video. You guys can watch the entire thing from the beginning to take these tips. And in addition to that, we'll be taking a highlight of this, and that will go live on Friday. So I just want to thank all of you for coming through, supporting as always. The last way I can ask you to support is by downloading Raid if you've never played before, or if you're a returning player, using this QR code or my link in the description, which will get you Rector Drath, which is a great reviving champion side of the game, especially for those new accounts. Appreciate all you guys. This has been fun, and we'll be back. I typically do every Wednesday with live streams if I'm out of town or if something comes up I'm not able to, but I will keep you up to date with everything that I'm doing. As always, every single day, content coming out for you on the